He tucked that ball away, lowered his head, and boom, end zone.
Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My A-spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died or fed millions. With soul food flow that stock my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I didn't make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't grab it, that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed. Not a coca kid, I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's hear we eatin', talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad. Pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab. Pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the band. Young Cruiser King better add extra under that. Woo! I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping all night? It's a bad soundtrack. Read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it. That's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it? Treat it like a law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm the. I'm betting on myself. Count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk. I talk the talk. I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how did this happen, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like immune to everybody, this is stunt 101. Up in the club, throwing this 50s like hate it or love it, I just can't get enough. Labels keep calling me, I said move if you call me, please. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers, I see this industry is filled with sheep. People that pretend to be something that they will never be. Oh my, I just need some little old peace of mind. The sons of kings, the gurus, the gods. The moon, the light, the fools, the facts. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby. I can never be controlled. Let them know. 500 helicopters driving me gonzo. But they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't check no hands, they'll steal your frames. I walk alone. I see both sides of all the titles you need to grow. I be lost your mind, but I ain't like the others no more. God, I'm learning lessons as I go. You're only wasting time. Tell the devil there's a door. Praying God is only trying to test me for the flow. Always want more. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Ryan. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Chad Muma, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. These two teams, division rivals, of course. And you remember back to Week 18 last year, although Colts fans don't want to remember back to Week 18 last year. The Colts needed a win. And the Jags, they were kind of looking ahead to 2022. But the two-win Jags came up with one of the shockers of the season. They stunned the Colts 26-11 in Jacksonville, and that loss ultimately kept Indianapolis home for the playoffs. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. This defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 24 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars! Travis Etienne, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. The Colts at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. He'll take this to the 46.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Ryan sliding out of the pocket. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Etienne once more. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
It was certainly a tumultuous second season for James Robinson through no fault of his own. But through all the noise, he just kept producing. Went over 760 yards and actually scored one more touchdown than he did as a rookie.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
A gain of 10 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Over the middle, he's got Shenault. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. They'll run with Robinson, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
On third down, Ryan. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Agnew now to return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He targets Ingram for another grab. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They go play action now. Lawrence. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Up and good for Santoso. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought...
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Santoso now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touch. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Jags grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another tote for Etienne. Room here to run. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Santoso. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Ryan. They'll roll him out right.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that is no good. And they will remain well behind.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And some space here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
104 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line, because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play, as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Lawrence to throw. A slant to Jones. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Robinson up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On third down, Robinson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Lawrence heads off, and Ryan Santoso, the field goal unit, on now for the Jacksonville field goal try. Up and good for Santoso, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Ryan. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that's complete to Sanders. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner.
Just trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
On the ready.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Look at me.
Etienne up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
We go. 70, Indy.
On first down, right back to Etienne.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
Running right through him. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Pace, let's go.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National